All right, so we're moving on to the 99 2000 EK. So you guys can see here, this is a V4 4.0 manual, so they did update it. As you guys can see, it's a little bit different. Looking through it, a lot of aspects is kind of the same as a 9698, sorry, EK. Obviously newer. This is OBD2, and I'm pretty sure the other one's still OBD2. It's just a different OBD2. I'm not sure if it's OBD-A or OBD-B. But here, obviously, you're going to do a little bit more elbow grease, but it's super easy. So let's chime on. Let's talk a little bit about here. You guys can read it on your own. This is what it brings in here. And then we have ourselves right here. That's going to be the connector 302, which is going to go on your engine harness, pretty identical to what we were looking at with the other EK model gear. Then here we have the E plug, and then you guys can see that will go onto the ECU, and then you can see all these wires sticking out of it. And from what I was reading, I think it should have like a total of 6 wires, if I'm not mistaken. Very different from the other chassis that I'm going to be talking about. By far, the EK is a little bit one that, well, the 99 to 2000 requires a little bit more of splicing, soldering than the, obviously you guys saw the other chassis, the EK chassis, but trust me, on the other ones are a little bit more easier than this. So by far, this one's going to be the hardest one, because there's a lot of steps that you have to do. Not necessarily the hardest, but it's a little bit more steps that you have to do. So let's continue. Obviously, same green one you guys saw, the C131. This right here is your C101. That will go to the firewall driver's side. As you guys saw, you probably have to pull that in, tuck it inside, bring it in, and then that wire sticking out, I'm pretty sure that has to be the coolant temp. It looks like the coolant temp to me, but we'll see as we go along. Obviously, primary tool sensor. I'm not sure if it brings a secondary. Here it just shows one, but you guys can see. And then we have the relay for the O2 sensor. All right, let's continue. Boom, boom, boom. Same sequence, same connections as you guys saw on the other side. And then this is where it gets a little bit more tricky. Excuse me. Located the 6 wires that are run out of the white E plug, which is the plug that I was showing you up there, connector. Go ahead and cut and zip tie, holding them together, and prepare to connect to the A plug following guide in the next step. All right, so it seems like all of them that you're going to be splicing from the E plug, all 6 of them, are all going to be on connector A, which is super easy. I mean, this is one plug on the EG. Not sure about the Del Sol, but it should be the same because they're all posted together. And DC, you do have to go to different plugs for the most part and access that. Granted, the year that you have is also going to plays a huge factor as well. What year you have, is it OBD1 or is it OBD? All right, so let's continue. And these are the wires right here. So obviously the 6 wires that are sticking out or connected to the E plug, you guys cannot miss it if this is the conversion harness that you guys have. And down here, it's going to talk a little bit about, see, you guys can see, so it shows, but let's talk about it right here. So we're starting with 1, which you guys can see is located right there. And then that's going to be, what does it say in here? That's going to be your ground. That's a ground, right? No, that's not a ground, sorry. So it's connected right here. So you connect your wire. That's a fuel pump, sorry. So it's going to be fuel pump. So it's going to be green, yellow. So this is the fuel pump. It's going to go on to A16 on the old existing wire. You guys can go in there. You guys can see. It says A16. And essentially it's going to go boom, right there. And you're going to have a wire already sticking out, and then all you do is just go to the back of that, find it, and there should be another wire sticking out of it, and then that's where you'll splice it. Oops, sorry. It's going to be a green and yellow wire, so that's what you'll do. Next one's going to be the connector E15, it's going to be green and red. This is going to be the ELD, and you're going to locate that on 830, which is also green and red. And as you guys can see right here, 30. So this is going to be 15 to 30. Right there. You guys kind of get the gist pretty much of it. And you're just going to locate that in the back pretty much. All right, the next one's going to be E23. This is going to be your data link connector. It's going to go to A21. Then connector E26, which is your tachometer. It's going to go to A19. So I can read on the dash. I'm guessing probably RPMs, maybe miles per hour, but definitely RPM probably. E29 is going to be a brown wire. That's going to go to 810 brown. Another brown wire is going to be for your SCS, data link connector. And then E21 is going to go to 818, which is orange, green and orange. That's your check engine light. So super easy. Pretty sure High Racing has all the kit in there. Like it says here, it's highly recommended to solder. So if you don't know how to solder, just start practicing, watch some videos out there, and get your soldering and just start practicing. I'm telling you, it's a way better connection. Don't forget your heat shrinks as well. Or if you guys want to do bug connectors, or whatever it brings, just, recommend it to solder. It's a permanent and way better connection, and it will last you a long time pretty much. Yeah, I can see you here. I'll probably show you an example. And then this is going to be your Sharsh light, which you guys saw. It's going to be the same thing. It's probably this one's still on the E plugs. You guys can see ECU connector 8. And then it's going to go on to 10. As you can see right there. Same thing you guys saw for the other one. We're white and blue. And it says here it controls the battery light on the gauge cluster. So super easy. Same thing. See, showing you right there. Now this is optional. You don't have to do it. I didn't have it on the EG. I was doing just fine. But if you guys want a peace of mind, everything working flawlessly, it already brings it. Might as well do it. Just do it. Star guide, see, same thing. This goes to the conversion harness onto the engine harness, showing you right there. Same thing as the other one. Pretty much where to transfer the wires, pull it. See, same thing. You're gonna pull it inside, connected, and then this is the one that was see, route the loose wires through the grommet on the driver's side firewall, and then this should be fan switch, which is optional. Remember, K-Pro, you already have it on K-Pro, so you can just set your fans when you want them to turn on, what temperature pretty much. But if you want to run the old school way, by all means, the wire's already in there for the fan switch. You can just plug it up and disable that on K-Pro, and then that way it's going off the set temperature, kickoff, whatever, onto this fan switch. And then see, connected in here. And then the other one's going to be for the coolant temp. Obviously, it's going to be the yellow and green wires you guys saw that they actually took out into the firewall. And this you do need, because if you wanted to read on your clusters, then you're going to have to do this. So, like I said before, you can pull them off your old swap, ED swap, and use them out there. It's the same thing. Or you go to junkyard, find them. You will probably have to get most likely an adapter, because that usually goes on the intake manifold. Granted, you can probably put it wherever you want, but that's where it's actually picking up the most accurate temperature up there. And then just talking about the O2 sensor wire. See, the primary. Secondary, you can just disable it. It's optional. See, we want to run it. Secondary, optional. And then here just talks about K-Pro, a little bit more about K-Pro and stuff like that. So I'll leave that for you guys to look and find out. But we're just talking about the conversion harness here. So far, you guys can see the 96 and 98 EK, super, just plug and play, super easy. You didn't even really have to do anything besides just coolant temp, fan switch if you want, and the charge light. Here you have a total of 6 wires that run from the E-plug that you're going to have to swap over onto your what was it, A plug? Yeah, A plug. So it's a little bit more tedious, a little bit more work, but here's like I was telling you guys, it's super easy. All right, so let's move on to the other chassis.